Twitter questions, sir.
What was it like to voice Mandy, and how exactly did you prepare for that kind of role?
It was really difficult because I have like a really bubbly personality normally, and it was just really hard to do hardly anything with my voice. And it's just like I'm barely pushing air out through my throat. That's like pretty much all I'm doing. And so it was hard, but I love working with Richard. And he made me want to be more hyper because he was like, ah! And I'm like, I want to be over there. Everybody was great to work with, and I think the Grim Reaper, that was such an ingenious choice for Grey Delisle to go Rastafari. He was the only guy, everybody else did it British, and you know, and he was the only guy who did the Rastafarian thing, which I thought was so awesome. So, yeah.
Hi, first off I want to say that you are beautiful.
Oh, thank you! All questions must open. Any answers now?
This is the evil plot of this. And I did follow you on Twitter, and you followed me back. I was surprised that you actually did.
Oh.
So thank you.
That was an auto-follow.
Curse is foiled again. But a question I wanted to ask you is, if you could choose a voice that you wanted to do that you can't naturally do, what would it be?
Well, I mean, this is gonna sound like I'm a jerk, but I feel like I'm pretty versatile. Like I can do like, you know, all the ages of women. Like I can go to like a really old lady like this, you know. My answering machine just says, "You reached Grey Delisle's message machine." It's so funny because people leave me these really, and then I act like I'm talking to somebody else. Like I go, "Hello, you've reached Grey Delisle's machine. Please leave a message." And I don't know how to do it. I'm so sick of that message. It's been like that for 10 years. It's really my grandmother. Only if I did a Mexican accent, that would be, you know, it would be that. That's exactly how her. She's like, hey, this is Evita Ruth. Please leave a message. I don't know. Tal vez mijito, so I can do like all the range of the women. Boys I can do kind of like until they're like maybe like 14, and I wish I could do like a man voice, because I just feel like I hate it when I'm in the booth. I'm usually the only girl because they usually just kind of hire one woman per cast, because they can, you know, kind of cover all whatever they need with the female roles, because female action figures don't sell as well apparently. Anyway, I know, it's so annoying. I know. When I was Miss Marvel and all the Marvel things came out, and I was like, oh my god, where is anything? It's not at Toys R Us. I think I make like two, like one for me and one for the directors. But I really wish I could do a man voice, because I work with Frank Welker all the time. When we do ADR, sometimes we switch. Like it's our personal challenge. Like if it's Walla, you know, he'll do the women screaming and running away, and I'll do the men screaming and running away. And we did it like 5 times in a row before the director's like, wait a minute, hold on a second. Are you doing the men and he's doing the women? And I'm like, yeah, we're just a personal challenge to ourselves. But I kind of was like, yeah, all right, woo! You know, like, I was like some like lumberjack or something in the background. And I think that's where she caught me, as the bad lumberjack. And he was like, woo, woo, you know. But we have to keep ourselves interested.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, my jaw doesn't usually drop, but Frank Welker. Holy crap.
My
Megatron.
gosh. And I know, he's so sweet, but he's so shy. He'll never, I'm sorry, he'll probably never do one of these. And I'm like, Frank, it's so many people would just love to meet you. Or he's just like, this is just like definitely his job. And I know he loves it and he's good at it, but he flies planes and he travels and he just like, it's like just a small part of his life, and he's shy. And I was like, would you ever? He's like, oh, no. He wouldn't even do Comic-Con when they, you know, we kind of have to do Comic-Con, even though I love it. But
They make you.
Well, they kind of do, because it's like, if you're not going to do Comic-Con, we're not going to cast you anymore, because we want you to promote our stuff. But I did invite him to Children's Hospital once, which was hilarious, because I didn't know if he would come, but then he showed up, and I was like, wow, he showed up with the kids, that's awesome. And then the kids could give a shit. I mean, they were just like, they're really little, you know, and they're not feeling very well, and they don't really, you know, he was like they're just like, and then I was like, you guys, this is Frank Welker. Like, they care, you know, but I mean, you know, he finally got him with Curious George. He started doing the monkey, and then they were like, okay, this guy, he was trying to do Megatron and all that, and they were just like, no, because they're like,
Sick kids love Megatron. Like, oh, this Scream.
Just like brighten your day with Starscream. Yeah, but I was like so impressed that he came down. It was great. So.
All right, thank you. That was my question. Thanks, everybody. Okay. Yes, you, ma'am.
First, I have to say that you're just so much fun to listen to. You're so bubbly and happy, so I'm really enjoying this. I'm sure everybody else is. And I don't know, I read it somewhere, I don't know if it's true, if you could just maybe, is it true that the rumor was going around that maybe you're going to be doing a voice for The Legend of Korra in the next season?
Talking about that. I thought that you could just, I didn't say what it was. I have a big mouth is what it is. And Janet, Barney, and I are like really, really close friends. And so I was like, oh, this is cool, I finally, you know, and all I can say is, because I already said it on Twitter, but I play a character called the Dark Spirit. And it's the spirit world, so, and it's a very different character than I played before. So,
spoilers!
I wanted to ask you from the point of view of direction, what is the best and worst things that a director will tell you to do? I guess...
Date him? I've gotten that. That's bad. Well, I once did a direct-to-home video Christmas special where the director wanted to be in the booth with me, like this far away from me, and I think he was an on-camera director because he kept going, okay, now, so, and your part, and then action, like right in my face, like action, like, and he was like standing right there. It was very uncomfortable. Also, some people get really mad when they get a line reading, when the person just like tells them how to do it. I don't get mad at all, I mean, but I do like the first chance to do it the way that I hear it, and then if I'm not getting what they want, I do not mind at all if somebody, you know, does it how they want it. But yeah, I do want the first crack at it, since, you know. But no, but some people just get really mad and like just like walk out of sessions if the director does that. So they try to not to do that. But sometimes I'm like, hey, you know what? It's getting late. Why don't you just tell me what you want me to do? Just do it, because I'll do what you do. So, or sometimes they don't have a good ear and they tell you to do it and you do it just like what they did, and they're like, you know, come over here, you guys, and then you're like, come over here, you guys, and they're like, no, I want it like, come over here, you guys, and you're like, come over here, you guys, and they're like, no, like come over here, you guys, and you're like, come over. They don't know what they're saying. They cannot hear it at all. So and then they'll just be completely different. Like, yes, that's what I was saying to do. Those people don't work very often.
When voicing multiple characters, do you do it separately or like in the same session?
Well, Frank and I have this thing where like it's the Welker Delisle challenge where we kind of give each other a look. If you ask to do it separately, because you're like, that's a pussy move, just do it. You know. So, but it's a lot easier to separate it, but if you want to have a lot of fun and challenge yourself, then do a run. He actually does a dog and cat fighting, and it's so good and so separated that you almost feel like there's overlap. You're like, hey, no, you overlapped yourself, but no, you couldn't because you're you, and it's mind-blowing. So, no, I like to do a run just to see if I can do it, and then sometimes they're like, nope, Gray, you didn't do a good job. We're going to separate it. And okay, but I at least tried.
Let's get you back on Twitter so we can hashtag pussy move. Wow. Yes, sir. When I didn't want to be like talk to her. All right. So when you first did the reading for Azula, you looked through the script and your history of doing a lot of kid shows. Avatar's a noticeably darker kid show. Did that surprise you? Like your first line is this great speech about how the Tides are going to kill this soldier if he doesn't pull the ship in the port. Like, how did you feel about like it being so dark and with your lighter shows that you previously did?
Well, I definitely, it was its own world. But first of all, I read it with a bit of an Asian dialect in the beginning because it just has that flavor to it. And so my brain just initially went there and they're like, no, we don't want that. It's its own thing. I was like, okay, I'm a racist, I'm sorry. But it just seemed like, you know, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know, why did I do that? Yeah, just the sibling thing too. It's like, it's your brother and you're just horrible. I mean, it's just, I know, yeah, but she does have her sweet little pet name. Oh, Zuzu, I'm going to kill you now.
Forget the pussy move, let's do hashtag Grey Delisle, I'm a racist. That'll get her back
My
on
career's
Twitter.
over. This is the last
Immediately.
time I'm ever gonna talk to
You
anyone.
guys have already had questions, I know you. You're not, I'm gonna talk to you, she's like, I haven't, damn it. She becomes Batman when she doesn't get a question. Give me a question. Yes, you bet. Let's meet the Hawkeye.
Welcome back to my row.
Oh,
It's full circle.
hello, sir.
What's one of the funnest behind-the-scenes things that you've had with another coworker, like your face-off with Welker?
Oh gosh. The Tough Puppy sessions, I have never had more fun. I thought that the Fairly Odd Parents sessions were the most fun ever because the writers are so hilarious and we're all kind of like throwing out ideas like what's, funny, and they incorporate everybody's ideas if they're good enough, and it's just so collaborative. And but Jerry Trainer and I have a good, just like I have a tendency to just like, I get so into the story that my part comes and I think, okay, and then the next line happens. Oh, that's me, I'm the next line. And he's always like, great, kidding, so it scares me. But yeah, no, we all have, and Tarek busts everybody's chops in there too, just like the guy that plays the dog in the new Fairly Odd Parents stuff, he's adorable. His name is Matt, and he's also on Tough Puppy. He plays Snaptrap on Tough Puppy. But he was like, well, I don't know. I was just wondering how, and Tara just goes, act it. Like, so now whenever anybody's struggling, we're just like, act it. We have a lot of Tara quotes in the in and up, in and up.
She killed 3 bronies in her panel today. It was crazy.
I have to say, the bronies are so cool. Like, I didn't even know anything about it, really. I was like, what is a brawny? And I was Tara, this was like 4 months ago, and I was like, no, they're bronies. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then when I got on Twitter, some people started following me, and then I started talking to them, and I was like, are these the nicest people ever? And then the Howard Stern thing happened, and I was like, what a jerk. And I'm like, no. And then my people were like, why do you hate Howard Stern? And I was like, God, I get embroiled in things. Maybe I should. Yeah, anyway, but I really like the bronies, they're nice.
All right, we're within our 10-minute warning. Go ahead, you can rest your hands too, because I'm choosing, and really, if I don't pick you at the end of it all, it's not her fault, it's mine, just hate me. Just blame it on, say like, drunk Tony Stark didn't pick me.